this TikTok kind of went viral recently. Mia Khalifa, if you can pull that one up, Nick.
Oh, we're comparing stats. Baby girl doesn't know that I am Tom Brady at this game. Married at 18, divorced at 21. Second marriage, married at 25, divorced at 28. Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30, but I kept the ring. I'm still keeping Tom Brady on his toes. We should not be afraid to leave these men. We are not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is paperwork. It's something, it's a commitment you make to someone. But if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go. You have to go. I know it's difficult to fill out paperwork and to make appointments and to do all of these things, but this is your fucking life. Do you want to be stuck with someone? Period. Do you want to be stuck with someone?
Okay, we're going to go around the table. Your thoughts on the video, if any, and we'll go around.
Well, I kind of agree with the idea of like we are not supposed to be stuck with the idea of the marriage, and then so if it's not working, you should if between parties they're not aligned together, I think definitely they should move apart and get separated. But I don't think, me personally, I don't think like we should jump in and get married to someone. I think we should like definitely date them for a couple of years, and then after 5 years, maybe if you really want to like spend like the rest of your life, which I think is nonsense, because we evolve, we grow, we are completely different people every year, every 5 years. And if that person wants to grow with us, welcome, let's live this journey together. And if not, then I'll walk on this journey on my own with someone else or with someone else.
I definitely think that being her, I think that she's on the right track, that you should not stay in a marriage if you're not happy. But I do believe her, and this is
Erroneous.
not biased.
Erroneous.
Wait, so if you're not happy, you should just leave a marriage?
Wait, I have a point.
Okay,
I'm not done.
Go ahead.
I have a different perspective on marriage. Of course, I was raised with really strict parents and a really strict Catholic upbringing. So I think for me, marriage is forever. That's why I'm very choosy when it comes to who I'm going to end up marrying. But with people that have worked, this is completely just, I'm being an unbiased opinion just from like data.
Just say it.
Sex workers tend to ignore their amygdala for a long time. So they rush on survival mode. So for them, their relationships tend to be chaotic, roller coastery, very fun, very up there. So when they get into that phase where that honeymoon, the adrenaline, the excitement is over, they know that they're gonna move on to something that gives them that same excitement. If it starts to get slow and like kind of mediocre, which is a healthy relationship, once that honeymoon, once that adrenaline is gone, you should be working through the marriage by spicing things up. She has a million of guys that are looking after her. Of course she's gonna divorce them and get that excitement, get those butterflies again, get that roller coaster feeling again. So of course her marriages don't work because she needs that like adrenaline, that high, that stuff again, because she's still living off survival mode. It's very hard for sex workers to come off to heal themselves sometimes and get themselves back into emotional regulation
Erroneous.
again.
Sorry, that was a mistake.
But it happens, and it's the same thing with sex addicts too. It's very hard to, because their core like pleasure has already been bonded in their brain, so like it's very hard to find something else that brings them that pleasure. You have to be very mentally strong and have to do the work. So I think that's why her marriages have been failing. And that's it. That's me.
I totally believe in marriage. I definitely want to get there one day. And I definitely think that you should be wise about who you marry. You should take your time to make sure you're making the right decision. Because once you enter into that with somebody, I think it should mean something significant, and you shouldn't give up so easily. But at the same time, some marriages are warranted to be separated.
Well, I could see that she definitely has a pattern. So my question, it's more of a question, should marriage be the ultimate goal of any commitment? I mean, it's time. We talk about relationships all the time. Maybe there are other modes of being together that does not necessitate getting married.
Such as?
Forever commitment. I mean, it's up to the people to define that. And outside of it,
I thought you were talking like polyamory or something. Or, do you have experience with that?
I don't.
None?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
I think she needs to have better discernment in choosing a partner, because obviously she's treating these men as disposable.
Okay.
I think that's a really great point. I couldn't disagree more with this video. I think that when it comes to the highs and lows of marriage, not everything's always going to be that the butterflies and the roller coaster and things like that. I think that two people are better than one. And I believe that together you can really take on the world a lot better, as cheesy as that may sound. And for what women lack in, men make up in, and what men lack in, women make up in, or, vice versa. I think I might have just said the same thing twice. But you understand what I mean. And I think that it's a very ignorant thing to say what she's saying. And if she's dating Tom Brady, did I hear that? She is or was?
What?
She said something about Tom Brady in the video.
Right.
If she's trying to date Tom Brady, then Tom Brady can do a lot better, and he should go back to his family, because men need to be in the home.
Love that for us. I disagree with Mia Khalifa. Kind of what with you said. She brought the DSM up in the DMs, diagnosing and everything. But no, she's saying marriage is not a forever commitment. Well, it is. That's why I feel like a lot of people don't realize that. They think it's gonna be some fairy tale, and it's not. Think of how you are as a person and how annoying and lazy and stupid you can be. Now you're chaining yourself to someone else who's gonna have those ups and downs. So you have to be accepting and loving enough to realize, crap, they're gonna not be perfect all the time. Neither am I. But let's still agree to give ourselves the best of each other and help each other grow into lovely human beings. But yeah, it's definitely forever. Should be.
Yeah, all I would say is I would not take any sort of advice from Mia Khalifa for relationships.
Why not?
I don't think anybody should be taking advice from her. Yeah, relationships are hard work. So at the end of the day, I think the goal is marriage. All I gotta say is I completely disagree.
I definitely
She
really
doesn't know what
love
she's talking about.
those couples that are 40 years in, getting advice from them, how do you do it? I think those are the cutest stories of how they made it work.
They're you have to just deal with them.
Yeah.
They
no,
suck sometimes,
they're not
and then
always
they
like that.
don't, and those are the times it's good.
Yeah, you're not gonna be happy with somebody 24/7
Yeah.
No, it's
for the rest of your
unrealistic.
life. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, given what she said, and granted, she's been thrice divorced, and she's an ex-sex worker and is very publicly out there on the internet. However, I do think there's. What's up, Nick?
Maybe she could turn her mic a little bit this way so it doesn't hide her face when she talks into it the other way.
Okay. I think a lot of women actually kind of agree with her to some degree, though, about if you're not happy in a marriage, then you should leave. But, when you're raising kids, I think your personal happiness takes a back seat.
Amen.
Now, obviously, I don't think that you should stay in a genuinely abusive situation. However, for example, when you start having kids, maybe going out to music festivals and going to the nightclub, maybe that takes a backseat. Maybe you cut that out entirely. Right. Maybe you previously, in a previous life or when you were younger, had fun doing those things. But now that you have kids, I think that shit is off the table. Your focus should be your kids, not hoeing around at a club or bar. No. So I don't think that, again, if you're in a bad situation, you're being abused, yes, absolutely leave. But if I'm not happy, I don't think that's a valid reason to get divorced.